Please take your seats. School is now in session.
Welcome to Homeschooled Podcast. Homeschool.
The Homeschool Podcast. Why? Because he was homeschooled.
It's time to document the journey. And welcome back to Homeschooled Podcast. I'm Augustino Zoida. I host the Homeschooled Podcast, and my co-host Kevin Lyons is not here today because he is out of town. And but he still does all the editing and stuff, and we love Kevin. How about a round of applause for Kevin, everybody? Yeah. Hold on, let me fix this video real quick. Otherwise, there's not going to be anything for Kevin to edit. There we go. I thought that curtain was in the way. Actually, the curtain is in the way. Hang on a second. This is all great podcasting.
Oh, absolutely. I like watching curtains.
All right, guys, we're back. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. My co-host is not here, as I said, but I do have a guest in-house. My guest today is Theo Manhatten.
What's happening, Augustino?
You still going by Manhattan? I saw some other name on your cell phone.
On my set. Oh, well, you knew me like 3 or 4 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Manhattan was when I think I changed it 2 years into comedy. So you must have Theo Auden.
Is the real name?
Yeah.
But your stage name is Theo Manhatten.
Yeah, now I wish my real name was Theo Manhatten because there
Gotcha.
would be a lot more enigma involved.
I just didn't know because you know on an iPhone now, like you can set your own contact, and then when you text me, it goes like, "Would you like to update it?" Because he goes by this.
Oh yeah.
And so it's a different name in your phone.
Or it's like maybe, like you always see like maybe.
Or go
it's
maybe,
this
yeah.
person.
So I go like, "Oh, maybe he is using his original name now." But anyway, it's Theo Manhatten.
That's right.
Gotcha. All right.
I realized that was dead air because I was like doing the thumb at the video, but I was like, but I'm not saying anything. It's audio.
He was thumbsing up. You guys, thanks so much for tuning in. It is this is the last podcast before the 4th of July, and I hope that you guys are staying safe. If you listened to my podcast earlier this week, I did a whole rant on staying safe and stuff, and it was towards the end, and so now I'm just gonna open on my little disclaimer because I'm like Bob Barker, bro. At the end of Price is Right, he remind you to spay and neuter your pets. I'm gonna do it at the beginning of my podcast this time and just do a little disclaimer here to pet owners. If you are a pet owner, I beg of you to please keep an eye on your pets this 4th of July. Okay, listen, guys, I know you know, but there are some dumbass people I read about all the time. My dog ran away because of the fireworks, and listen, guys, I know what you're thinking. Oh, we always get fireworks in my neighborhood, though. No, not like that. It's 2020, which means it's gonna be fireworks from hell. Do you understand? You understand that there's been fireworks going off since Memorial Day, and they haven't stopped every night, and they're getting worse and worse. Do you understand that there's people selling illegal fireworks in every major city in the world right now, which is probably a conspiracy theory of its own? Point is that don't be a dumbass. You're out partying and you're not keeping an eye on your pet. Keep an eye on your fucking pet, okay? You'll think, oh, that door closes. Listen, these fireworks are going to be no joke, and your dog's going to bust right through the door. He don't care if he busts his head open bleeding and stuff like that. Keep an eye on your pets. Anyway, before we begin, this episode is brought to you by Puffy Mattress. All right, you guys, Puffy Mattress is America's #1 memory foam mattress that gets delivered right to your door. Yes, it's one of those mattresses that you see on the commercials on YouTube and on Instagram all the time. They roll it up and air vacuum tight it in it, and then it comes to your box, into your house in a box. You open it up and it deflates, and then you watch the lady jump up and down, and she's all excited. But a lot of those suck, and I can tell you firsthand because I tried a few because I needed a new mattress, and I bought into those commercials. Well, this one sounds great. Well, that lady looks fucking happy, and I bought them, and let me tell you guys something. I returned 3 of those mattresses because they suck. They fucking are horrible. But I got to tell you guys something. Puffy Mattress is the real deal. It is the one that is currently in my bedroom, and I'm loving every minute of it. And I got it came with the king size puffy pillow, which is like this giant fucking pillow, like this big, dude. That it's like as soft, if not softer than the bed, like that real memory foam type thing, dude. It's so good. That with the combination of like the softness of the bed. I'm not a big fan of a firm mattress. I like a nice cloudy. I want to feel like I slept on a cloud all night, And I got to tell you guys, I looked, and Puffy Mattress is the one. They're doing it for me. So click the link in the description. If you've been thinking to yourself, it's time for a new mattress, but I can't afford one of those good ones like I'm talking about right now, listen, guys, they got payment plans, 0 money down. You fill the thing out, you get approved, you get 0 money down, you make monthly payments. Besides that, for the quality that it is and the warranty that you get, it's not even that bad to begin with. You get 100% money back guarantee if you don't like it, up to 101 nights of sleep. And right now, for the 4th of July weekend, you can click the link in the description and you will get $300 off your Puffy mattress, including the King Puffy pillow that I have said. They're going to throw that in free, and not to mention they got payment options for you, all right? So just click the link in the description. Don't wait. I cannot stress enough the importance of a good night's sleep. It makes all the difference in the daytime when you're out there being a fucking savage.
Oh, yeah, and you need the sleep to watch your dogs.
Yes.
The fireworks.
Yeah, you got to be up late watching the dog, so you got to get night sleep before and after. That's it, you guys. So click the link. Don't forget, we have brand new T-shirts that are out right now. The Homeschool Podcast has this dope new design, the document, the journey design. They're fucking sick. I got stickers. I got T-shirts. I got sweatshirts. I've got fanny packs. I've got masks if you got to go out there and wear your placebo mask so you don't get the vid. I know, guys, it sucks, but if they're going to make you wear a mask, at least you can rock the Homeschool Podcast, and it's all on there. But as I have been warning you guys for the last year, the old Homeschool Podcast design, the ex-president's design, will be taken down after 4th of July weekend. So it's your last chance to get those, and you can use promo code July4 for 30% off. It lasts through July 4th weekend, so promo code July4. What you're going to do is you're going to go to homeschooledpod.com, click on merch, go shopping, and then when you check out, use promo code July4, July, the number 0, and then the number 4, and you're going to get 30% off. All right, you guys? And that's the business. Just go check out the new design. I'm super happy with it, dude. I got bumper stickers. I'm gonna put on my car and shit. It's fucking. It just looks dope. It looks dope. It's got a little peace sign on it, man. We're spreading the love. We're promoting artists and their journey and how it's being documented on podcasts. All right, you guys. So that's it. That's the business. Now back to Theo Manhatten, bro.
I'm going to cover my windshield in your sticker. Seems like pretty good merch.
I don't condone that, bro. I don't condone it. You got to see where you're going.
But car crash would be good publicity.
It would. You know. Yeah.
Like you through the fire, like, oh man.
I don't know if that would work out as far as how much I would get sued. If it would really be worth selling that many bumper stickers.
any like they say, bad news is better than no news. So it's cool.
Yeah. No such thing as bad publicity, right?
Right.
I hear you, man. What's been going on, buddy?
What hasn't been going on? That's a better question, dude.
Yeah, right?
I guess we can start with the big news. I came out as gay a few days ago.
Right. Congratulations, man.
Thank you so much.
I'm proud of you.
But not, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't come out, like, I'm not Mark Normand gay. I'm, like, gay, like the for real.
I don't know who Mark Normand is.
Oh, the famous comedian, like the popular famous comedian. He always jokes about being gay, but he's not.
Why do I not know who that is?
Oh, man, you have to look him up.
Huh.
First homeschooled lesson.
Is he a really good comedian?
He's amazing.
Yeah?
He just had a YouTube special come out.
I'm sure I know him. I just, for some reason, it's not clicking.
He's currently, so Sebastian Maniscalco is basically Seinfeld's favorite comedian,
right.
But Mark Normand is his other favorite comedian.
It's his
right
other.
now.
Okay.
But Mark
I
Normand,
bet you I have heard of him.
He's very much a one-liner comic.
I see.
But highly
And
recommend.
he's gay?
No, he jokes like he's like, oh, I'm just feeling gay, you know?
Does he act like it, though? Is he kind of feminine or soft-spoken?
No, he's not. He's very straight.
Uh-huh.
He's like a straight white male. He just does that just because he's Mark Normand.
So which kind are you? Not Mark Normand.
I think the Manhattan gay. Just my own flavor.
Is that why you like that name? Is that why it's your stage name?
Yeah, I think I was waiting with that, and then I was like, and then I'll come out 3 years later. And then
What's a Manhattan gay mean?
Just kind of classy, doing what you want, not hyper stereotypical, but just like right below the radar. Like, is he? Isn't he? We'll see.
Gotcha.
And then I'm like, surprise, cocks are great. And you're like, oh, I didn't know that, but okay.
I mean, mine is great, bro. You know, that's all I know. I can't speak for anybody else's.
Well, that's confident of you to say.
So, let's talk about that for a minute.
Sure.
Let's be
it's
honest.
Big news.
Let's be honest, bro. I wanted you on here today to talk about it. I wanted you on to talk about it.
That's why I came out, was just because I wanted to be on the homeschool podcast.
Well, man, to be honest with you, whenever somebody comes out, there's always people that go like, yeah, we knew the whole time.
Yeah.
Those ones. I didn't really think that about you ever.
What?
I never even once thought, could he be? Never.
That you're actually not even the first one to say that. Like, most people thought the same as you.
Yeah.
Like, I was one of the best.
I think I've met a girlfriend of yours.
I think you did.
Okay.
I only had one serious girlfriend my whole time in LA.
Yeah.
And we broke up day after Valentine's Day. So it was like 3 months. And the 3 months is when the lockdown happened. You do a lot of meditation.
Okay.
You're like, well, I'm not really meeting anybody. What do I really like? And then you fiddle through your brain. You're digging like a prospector. Then you come across the nugget. And I was like, that's what I like. That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's crazy to come to that realization. Like you're kind of a detective in on your own case, like a Dexter thing.
Yeah.
You're like, I know I murdered the person, but who murdered the person? Like, it's within you the whole time, and you just kind of have to like put the clues together. You have the cork board, the yarn, and like I've had a few experiences growing up. Like gay experiences and stuff, and I knew I enjoyed them every time.
Okay.
But then there was the part of me that still was like fully attracted to women too. So I rode that out, and then every like relationship, I mean, most of them broke up with me for some reason. I'm a loyal dude.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I stick to the bitter end.
I can see that.
Yeah. And then so they were like, all right, this is the bitter end we're all talking about. You need out. But then like, you go through all these relationships and you're like, yeah, after a while it is me. You know what I mean? And like, there was a point where I was like, I just don't really, I really don't like pussy.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't even bother me. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm cool with that.
Are you still attracted to women?
No, well, as friends, I'm platonically attracted.
But you don't
to
see
women.
an attractive woman and go like, man, she's pretty or she's hot or.
You
can admit that she's good looking, but just not sexually attracted to her.
Yeah, like what dudes would do with like other guys. Like, oh yeah, he's like that's a cool shirt. Like that guy's muscular.
That's a cool shirt.
The straight guys act that way.
I gotta tell you, bro, I'm a straight dude, and I got no problem admitting if I think a guy is a good looking guy. I'm not sexually attracted to him. Like I'm not aroused to look at him.
That's okay to be 100% straight, dude.
Yeah,
it's
I just
okay.
look at a dude and I go like, I can see how women would fucking be all over that guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if guys, or straight guys want to say that like, oh, no, I don't think, I never admit when any guy's good looking. You're full of shit because you'll look at a dude and go like, he's better looking than me, or he's buffer than me, or you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like you know what I mean? If a really good looking dude is hanging around your girl, you're a little extra jealous because he actually could get her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you got to admit that you notice when a dude is an attractive dude. Doesn't mean you're attracted to them or, that you get aroused by it, but...
No, like, it's all insecurities, man. So, and it's that funny thing, like, the people that are just hyper straight are the ones that are closet gay.
Hilarious.
Like, it's like people who are super liberal are closet Republicans, that kind of thing. Because they all kind of act the same.
Yeah.
It's one big circle.
Yeah, it's a big circle of fucking clusterfuck, bro.
Oh, it is.
What were you super young when you kind of thought like you kind of were attracted to guys or boys or men?
I think it started in middle school for me.
And by the way, I just realized it was super creepy that I said
you're
boys.
Like, men?
Boys? Well, because I just meant because maybe you were a boy at the time.
Well, I was actually a member of the Crystalia Cabal.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, card-carrying member, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Very like, torches.
I don't think he was into dudes.
He is now. Just for my story to look good. Yeah, I mean, at the time... at the time, I was just like an awkward kid anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I would say so. Like, it's one of the, those people that are like confidently awkward. They're just like,
Yeah,
oh, that
they
kid's
own
just
their
weird,
shit.
but he's like
They own
doing
it.
what he wants.
Yeah.
Like that was me. And
Yeah,
like,
you're wearing fucking gold nail polish right now. Or is it gold?
actually, Agostino, it's a Seattle Royale.
Is that what it
It's
is?
called. Yeah.
And it's all glittery and shit, bro.
Yeah, it's
You're-
like a red. It's like a rose gold.
You're owning that, man.
Yeah, dude. Like I've always been into higher fashion sense anyway. So, and I was like, this is my chance to like really embrace it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
I like it, dude. You got your own flavor.
Yeah, it's the Manhattan gay.
I'm about to I'm about to admit something right now.
Go ahead.
That it's not that I've never told anyone. A couple of people know, but I've never ever once said it on this podcast. I'm gonna tell you something right now, dude. I paint my toenails, and nobody knows that.
Wow.
Well, my wife knows. A couple of my sisters and cousins have seen it because when you go out with your shoes off, we've gone to the pool and stuff. People have seen it, and be like, "Oh, whoa!" I didn't know you do that. I was like, "Yeah, I do it sometimes." I paint my toenails black.
Oh hell yeah.
Which they're not painted right now, but
It's a nice dark color. It's the color of evil and darkness. It's neutral. It makes your toes look slimmer.
you know what, dude? I do it for me. A lot of people do it to show off. I think I do it for me, mostly because I played tennis and I haven't played in a while because of the whole coronavirus
I think we've
thing.
talked about that.
Have we really?
Before, because I used to play tennis
Uh-huh.
in high school. That might have been an off podcast. Like
Oh,
last time
maybe.
I was here, we talked about it.
Because with I'm not like a professional tennis player by any means. I've only taken lessons. It's like the only time I've ever played, it's all been lessons. But I've gotten lessons from Justin Work. I don't know if you know him, or Charlie Sawyer. Charlie Sawyer,
The comic, right?
huh?
The comic.
Charlie Sawyer and Justin Work are both comics, but you may not know Justin Work because I don't think he moved to Florida, so I don't think you know him.
Yeah, I don't know many Floridians.
Yeah. So anyway, when you play tennis, you run back and forth a lot, and the front of your toes like kind of slam against the front of your inside of your sneaker because
Yeah.
you'll run and then stop and then go back the other way and run and stop and then your toes would get like really bruised. And I didn't play tennis until I was like 30, so I started to get these black toes. Like black toenails. And I remember being a little kid and seeing adults with like black toenails.
You're
You
like,
see like an adult walking around with flip-flops and you're like, oh, when I get older, my toes gonna look like that?
Which, by the way, that should be illegal. You should have a foot check, and if your
Yeah.
toes look like that, you cannot be wearing flip-flops.
By the way, I'm not a fan of men wearing flip-flops to begin with.
I've always been that way, dude.
Wait,
Agreed.
oh, you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, men shouldn't wear flip. Dude, I don't own a pair of flip-flops. And I know what you're saying. What about the beach? No, not even at the beach. I wear some like beat up tennis sneakers to the beach, and then when you're at the beach, you take your shoes off and you fucking put them in this, and you walk around barefoot in the sand, right? So on the way to the beach, I wear sneakers. Okay?
Yeah.
Men shouldn't wear flip-flops. Why? Number one, men's feet are ugly.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Number two, and this is from the dude who's attracted to men. He'll tell you men's feet are disgusting.
Men watching, hell yeah, baby.
And then number two, a man should always be ready to move. Not so much women, and that's a very sexist thing to say, but if you're a man, it's your job to fucking protect your woman, or if shit goes down, everyone looks to you as a man. So if there's an earthquake, a fire, a robbery, a situation where you gotta run, you better have some fucking sneakers on.
You're not running with...
Yeah. Imagine there's an earthquake. Dude, I'm from California. I've been in fucking nasty-ass earthquakes like the 94 Northridge earthquake. I was here for it, dude. Glass is all over the floor. You don't want to be running around in flip-flops.
It's Die Hard in there.
Yeah.
I think stores should have a policy, shoe stores especially. If you're a dude walking up to the counter and you've set down flip-flops, doesn't matter who it's for. The cashier has every right to ask, let me see your feet. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Let me see your feet.
Are you buying these for a lady?
No. Your toes look like that? Take them.
Forget that,
You're
bro.
out of here.
We, right now, when you walk into a grocery store, have to wear a mask. So you should also have to cover up your feet. Okay, like you shouldn't even be allowed in the grocery store. But anyway, I remember being a little kid and going like, ugh, do older people get like these ugly looking toes when you get older? And I thought like, I don't want to get old and get like nasty ass toes. And then I started playing tennis, and my fucking toes turned black and blue, and I'm like, oh.
I'm that older man now.
Yeah, so I wanted to be a young youth person. Plus, I really like rock and roll music. I kind of like punk music and stuff like that. And I go, I'll fit right in with black toenails. So I paint my toenails black, bro. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Dude, they're not. The fact that you embrace gender bending like that is fantastic. Because there really is no gender stuff with clothing or painting your nails or anything.
I never understood some stuff where, you know, people try to go, oh, you know, that's gay, or you know what I mean? Like, man, I ain't wearing no pink shirt. It's like, dude,
pink shirt?
Yeah, what's wrong with a pink shirt?
Nothing's wrong with a pink shirt.
I got a couple of pink shirts.
Oh, there's so many dudes that their ladies are dressing them for them anyway.
Yes.
Like how many dudes have you met that's like, oh yeah, thanks, my wife got this for me.
I do know dudes like that, but I am not one of those dudes.
You chose that shirt by yourself.
I actually did choose this shirt by myself, but I do like to go shopping for clothes.
It's fun.
Way more than my wife does.
Really?
Like she doesn't like. I actually will go shopping with her to help her pick her clothes out because she just hates it. She just hates it. She doesn't like the stores. She doesn't like that. She doesn't have the patience to go looking through all those racks and trying everything on.
Dude, you're like every woman's dream in that regard.
Maybe.
They're like, my man never wants to shop with me.
No, I do. I
guys
love
are
it.
like, I hate shopping. I have to are you kidding me? You get to be with your lady.
Yeah.
You get to see a bunch of cool get-ups. and there's a food court. Are you kidding me? There's an Orange Julius.
I love walking around the mall.
It's fun, dude.
It's one of my favorite things ever. And can I tell you something?
Absolutely.
I'm opening up here to the people at home too that they don't know about this about me either. When I go to the mall, I know I'm going to go to the mall and I get a nice outfit on. I pick a nice outfit on when I know I'm going to go to the mall. I like to dress fresh with some nice sneakers and, you know what I mean, like a cool shirt or something. I like to look fly when I'm walking around the mall. I don't know what it is. I'm a 90s kid. I watch too much TV. Me and one of my best friends, he lives in Massachusetts, but one of my best friends, like, I met him when he was living out here, and I was only probably about 19 years old or 18 years old, and he was the only other guy I knew that was also a straight dude that just loved going to the mall and fucking loved shopping, and we would fucking go shopping together, and we'd be like, and still to this day, dude, I send him pictures of stuff. I go like, should I buy this? You know, like nice. I see some cool sneakers or something, or a cool shirt, and he knows like the type of clothes that I like too, and he buys them over there and ships them to me. Like every year.
It is cool when people know your style, you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Dude, that's so you.
That's so him, and like, you know, but then you have people who think that they know your style, but they don't, and you just gotta be like, oh, cool, yeah, you're right, you got it, but so not.
Some dude did that once, because I wear a lot of funky designs, but some dude was like, oh, hey, I think this would be a Theo Manhatten shirt. It was like fucking pineapples on them. I was like, I'm not wearing pineapples.
Yeah.
And I don't even really swear that much, so I'm just not wearing pineapples.
It's funny when people like go like, this is so him. And it's like, no, it's not. Just because I wear some stuff that you might think is like out there or funky doesn't mean I wear everything that's funky.
Yeah.
I'm pretty particular about the stuff that I'll wear. Like my buddy who I'm talking about, like he's so particular, dude. He's so particular, but like I know him so well that my buddy will not wear anything unless it is made in the USA.
Really?
He won't buy it.
He's like a clothes nationalist?
I guess.
Wow.
He's always been that way since I've known him. And we've been friends now, I don't know, almost 15 years, however long.
Just with clothes?
What else could there be?
Like a plate. Like a plate that's made in China? Like he couldn't use
He won't buy
iPhone.
it. He won't buy it. He has an iPhone. See, he does the best he can. Nowadays, it's really hard to get anything that's made in the USA. But as a matter of fact, since you mentioned a plate, we have gone and bought plates before, and he looks at the back to see where it's made. Like, he'll make compromises. Like, as long as it's not China, that's the worst one. But if it's other places, like maybe Indonesia, or what's some other ones that you see?
He's like, I'll do Southeast Asia, but I'm not doing
yeah,
mainland Asia.
he won't do like what's another one, man? Like I think like Portugal.
Made in. There are a lot of Mexican-made things.
Yeah, stuff like that. He just won't do China. He won't do Korea.
Why?
I don't know, dude. I mean, I know he's a big USA guy. Like, I know he wants to support the money going into his own country type of person. But he made me promise him one time that when he passed away, that I would make sure he's buried in clothes that were all made in USA.
What if the coffin was made in China?
Oh, that would be terrible. I would to be honest with you, I probably have to make sure that the coffin's made in the USA. He told me, like, he was dead serious, dude. He was like, seriously, he goes, none of my family members are going to take that seriously. They're going to go, whatever, because they just don't take it seriously. And he goes, I know that you will actually make sure that it happens. So please make sure. That's like his only wish.
Yeah, you're being very trusted.
That's his dying wish. I'm like, I got to do it, man. Dude, he won't buy it. Like, he has items in my house because when he comes to visit, he stays for a while. So he doesn't like using other people's things. So he's got his own towels here.
Wow.
He's got his own plates, which is why we went and got plates. He's just got stuff here that he goes like, so this way when I come back, I don't have to bring so much. I just have my own shit here. So
he's like, I'm just gonna put all my stuff at your place.
He's got a drawer, like a whole drawer in my closet that's all his stuff. So he can have it, and everything is like got to be made in the USA. His towel, yeah,
because he just wants to support local business. Or
I know that he's really against like money going outside of the country.
It does all the time.
It does all the time, but I think he does his best to try and at least because he is very particular about his clothes. I know that he tries his best at least, and he's a big sports guy. And nowadays, all the hats and jerseys and stuff are not made in the USA.
So what does he do in that regard?
Bro, he buys stuff on eBay when they used to be made in the USA. So he has really expensive sports memorabilia shirts that they don't make them here anymore.
Wow, man.
Shirts, hats, jerseys.
No, I'm not saying that your friend is, but how crazy would it be if, like, that's how you found out he's racist?
He's so not, dude. He's like the opposite of that. He's like, and the way I'm describing him probably sounds like he's like a redneck or something, and he's so not, dude. Like he's like come on, what rednecks do you know walk around the mall and you know what I mean? Their camouflage jackets. Like, no, dude, he dresses like fly. Like he likes like fucking expensive, nice clothes.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, he's like, dude, he's got tattoos and stuff. Like you know what I mean? Like he's like a hip hop fan. Like he's not like a guy that's like America only. He's not like that guy. It's just with clothes and certain items. And recently, when I met him, he was always driving Hondas, which are
Japanese, right?
I think they're Chinese, aren't they?
I don't know. There's something knees.
I know that Japanese is Toyota, so maybe Honda too. I don't know, but anyway.
And Kia's Japan as well.
I thought that was Korea.
It is.
Okay.
My bad.
So I don't know what Honda is, but it's an Asian one. But he was always driving Hondas and stuff when I first met him. But now he only drives Cadillac, which is made in the USA.
But Cadillac's a sweet car.
Cadillac is a sweet car.
I cannot blame him for that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he probably has right now, I think, 3 or 4 Cadillacs.
Dude, the life.
Yeah, but because in Massachusetts where he lives, his buddy is like one of those auction dealers. So they go to the auction with him, and he gets like a Cadillac every time he goes.
200 there, 300.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So
you know, they get them for like way less than what they're like worth, because most people go there and they resell them, they flip them. So yeah, he just goes and gets them for himself.
Wow, that's awesome.
If he goes like, that one's a pretty good car, it's a pretty good deal, so with miles and everything, they'll tell him like, so bid on that one. So if sometimes he goes home with one, sometimes he doesn't. But
if you like, let's just say money's not an option for you, what car are you buying?
Me?
Yeah.
If money's not an option, man, I also like a little bit of American muscle myself. I'm really into Jeeps right now.
Dude, Jeeps are great.
I really like Jeeps, and it's an American car. I have a Jeep right now. But I also have a Honda. Because American cars are pieces of crap.
They are.
and when it breaks down, at least I got a Honda that'll start. But yeah, I really like Jeeps. But if money was no object, I think I would go get like a Wrangler Rubicon, which is the most expensive Wrangler.
Is it?
Yeah. I would go get like a pretty massive, like nice Jeep. But besides that, dude, I think if I was like, let's say I'm like this big, rich, and famous comedian, right? Let's say if I made it huge.
Oh, what do you mean if? It's a matter of when.
It's a matter of when.
Got to get in that mindset.
You're right. But I don't think I would really live obnoxiously or show how much money I have. I think that I would live pretty humble. Like I would have like my like Jeep that I want, and then maybe like a nice little car, and then like a right now I have a Honda CR-V. It's like a 2020. It's super nice too.
Those are great cars.
They're so nice, dude. It's like it's a lease, and it's just man, it's for what I pay for it on the lease. It's like this is like a fucking. I've sat in Mercedes that are not as nice. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm fine with a Honda. I don't need a Ferrari.
Those guys are like, yeah, but it's better to cry in a Mercedes than on a bicycle. And you're like, yeah, but it's a Honda C. Have you cried in a Honda CR-V?
Yeah, I'm not crying. You know what I mean? I'm not crying at all.
Better gas efficiency with those.
That's right. That's right, dude. I mean, but I like my Jeep. It's not great on gas, but it's a 4x4, dude. I got it. It serves the purpose for what I got it for. I like Jeeps. It's a 2007. It ain't brand new. I don't have any car payments on it. I own it. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Like I paid cash, so it's like the other day, fucking alternator went out, and dude, listen to this story. I went up to Big Bear with the Jeep, and that's what I bought it for, by the way. Something that I don't care if it gets beat up or dirty, because I put the dog in it, and I put the kayak in it. And, me and the wife will go do adventure stuff in it. So we went to Big Bear, and I took the dog and piled up the car, and we got a cabin up there. It made it all the way up there, up the mountain. And then, we stayed in the cabin, and then the next day, I think it was Saturday, we go, like, let's go out for lunch. And we went out, and fucking car started smoking, dude.
Oh.
And I'm like, what's going on? I pull into a gas station. And the gas station was like one of those gas stations that also had a mechanic working out of the gas station.
Yep.
And I pulled in there, and this fucking mechanic, dude, sees I got smoke coming out of my engine. And I pulled in, and I'm like, hey, dude. And he's like, what's up? And I go, do you think maybe you can, like, tell me what the fuck's up with my car? I'm nowhere near my house. I know you're not my mechanic. But, like, like, what's going on? Is this safe to, like, drive back to L.A.? The guy goes, closed.
And I'm like, dude, you there, then?
This is Big Bear. This is the only fucking, and it's Saturday. No one's open. Like, if my car doesn't start right now, I am fucked, bro. Like,
and plus, why is he working there if they're closed?
He was just hanging out with his buddies, like, in the garage, and they sat there for, like, hours and watched me deal with my car.
What?
And didn't even offer to come over and, like, help at all.
Go home.
Yeah, and then, I go, I figured to myself, maybe it needs a little motor oil. That's why smoke's coming out. Maybe I was driving it up the hill. I didn't put motor oil. I checked the oil, looked a little low. So I went in the gas station, I buy some motor oil, I fill it up, and then I go, okay, so that should do it. Now I get back in the car and I go to start. It won't even start, dude.
Oh,
like, won't even
man.
fucking start. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with my fucking Jeep? And then, so I called AAA out, and they tell me that they can see that there was a small fire inside my alternator. So the alternator caught on fire, and I burnt out the alternator, and the alternator was touching a wire and a belt, so those also burned. So so that's why the car wouldn't start, and then it also apparently. So what I ended up having to do is have it towed all the way back to L.A. from Big Bear.
Big Bear?
Yeah.
Isn't that like $7,000?
No. It's not $7,000, but it's like 95 miles to tow.
Oh, I didn't know it was that quick.
Big Bear's not that far. It should really only be like a 90-minute drive, but there's so much traffic on the 210 right there. Like, yeah.
Shows you how much I know about Big Bear.
Big Bear's awesome, dude. It's not that far, but it ends up being like a 3-hour drive because of traffic and stuff. But it's like 95 miles, so I had to have it towed all the way back, and I wasn't even supposed to go home until Sunday. And I had it towed all the way back, and my dad was home, and I had it towed to his house so he can at least accept the vehicle.
Yeah.
So I told my dad, I was like, man, I'm having the Jeep towed to you. Can you just take the keys from the driver? And he goes, yeah. So then I go, here's what I'll do. I'll rent a car up here in Big Bear, and I'll drive home in that, right?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't, me, my wife, and the dog and all our luggage go in the tow truck. So guess what, dude? No fucking rental car place is open because of COVID.
Gee.
And they have a small airport up there. Fucking the rental car place is closed.
So this is just one of the worst days of your life.
I still wasn't crying.
And you still didn't get to eat lunch.
I didn't. I did not get to eat lunch.
That's ridiculous.
But I went to, and the mechanic was still sitting there watching all this go down. Didn't offer to help. And then I went to U-Haul. They had no fucking vans or pickup trucks for me to rent. Yeah, dude. So what I ended up having is a buddy of mine drive my Honda up to me.
Wow, that's a friend.
That's a friend.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, dude, I'm completely blessed to have great friends because one of the buddies, I was with friends in Big Bear too. So, but they all had smaller cars that I couldn't fit my dog in. But my one buddy had like the prime AAA, so my tow didn't cost me anything.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And the other buddy drove the Honda to me, and then he went home with our other buddy, and then I drove my own Honda home with my dog in the back. Like, dude, it fucking worked out. And then I had my Jeep towed to my mechanic. Fucking brand new alternator it needed the wire that burned, it needed the belt that burned, it needed the a new starter because it shorted out the starter.
Oh man, what have you ever had to do the hammer trick?
No, what's the hammer trick?
So if your starter goes out, but you need it in a scurry, I'm using that now. You go underneath and you have to find where your starter is, but you clink the hammer on the starter so that it causes a spark, and you have someone else in the car turn the engine while it's clinking. So once you get the spark, it'll actually start the car.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have a busted up Monte Carlo SS.
Is that what happened to you?
Yeah, you figure stuff out. You figure out the weirdest tricks with old cars.
How old were you when you had that?
Oh, this was my first year in LA.
Okay.
How
old were you?
23.
Okay.
But this was it was a 2001 Chevy Monte Carlo SS, and it was beat to hell. But it was one of those cars where people would approach you in Ralph's parking lots.
Yeah.
And yo, dude, that's awesome. Can you sell that to me? I'll pay. I'm like, I don't have anything. Why do you want this?
Yeah.
This thing drives like butter. I need it. But